Whoa. Not the greatest, I will say. Oh. All right. Oh. He'll be a test model to paint. Same for this guy. Maybe actually, yeah. Yeah, somehow their prints came out terrible. More models I should have spray painted. Guess I'll just keep these guys in here. Whoops, that's not supposed to be in there. Oh, well, actually, Ditto's in there. It's whatever stuff I can find here too. Nope, nothing. What I'll do is I'll put these in here. Nothing here. Nice. Alright. Make sure I don't forget that in the morning. Oh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Be with you again. Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit. Where'd my little bottle go? Hey, what's up? Oh man, I'm still trying to get ready. End up base coating a little bit more models, but I want to finish these guys up because I want to play them tomorrow. Just pouring regular tap water into these things and hope that I can scrub them off. How was breakfast, by the way, from yesterday? What do y'all eat for breakfast? Well, right now, looks like I don't really schedule games against people. I typically just show up if anyone's there to play a game I play. But it seemed like someone asked if anyone's going to be there on Wednesday for Infinity, and I was like, yeah, I told them I always come on Wednesday because I'm always generally there. And it used to be Thursday too, but I'm trying to do stuff around the house, so I kind of need that day back. So, and Thursday is what do you call it? It's 4th of July, so the celebration of the defeat of Britain. But yeah, 4th of July is on Thursday, so the shop's gonna be closed. So can't really do much on that day. Whoa, man, you made hash browns? Now, is this homemade hash browns? Are all these, well, obviously sausage. I don't know if you make your own sausage, but hash browns, though, is that like homemade or is that like something that you bought at the store? Too much water there. Ooh, that is really stuck on there. Just the that stuff. What's frozen cuter? Yeah, careful. Ah! Oh, I got what's I guess. All right, Irish person. What's your favorite potato dish then? Is it hash browns? It was a Panzer. Sorry, I haven't got started yet. I've just been cleaning my my little painting thing, trying to get all that stuff out. There we go. Nice. Really easily. Alright, last one. Excuse me. Alright. Just need a little bit of paper to dry out that area. Ooh. So, I also got my FDM printer, my filament printer, fully set up today, and I started printing. And I am really, really happy with those results. Uh-oh, hold on. Something fell, I think. Alright, I'm back. Something did fall. Let's see. Mash mashed potatoes. Hey, look. Okay, so I'll say this. um, Me and this group of guys, we go out and eat almost every Thursday. We used to eat every Thursday, but now it's every so often. And the last time we went out to eat, we go to Texas Roadhouse to eat. And I get two sides. I get mashed potatoes and steak fries, as they call them. And I dip my steak fries in the mashed potatoes and eat it. The people that I went with, they were a little bit stunned by it, but they get it. Creamy mashed potato and roast. What is my favorite mashed potatoes? Well, speaking about creamy, what about white sauce on the mashed potatoes? That doesn't sound quite right either. Do you know what the white sauce is? I don't know if that I think that is a thing. Come on. Let me see. Okay, here. I don't know if it's milky per se, but it's in the U.S. I know. I watch a lot of YouTubers who do reacts to what do you call it? Gravy and biscuit, and and they're obviously biscuit means something else in England. I don't know if it's necessarily everywhere in England, but biscuit it's like a scone, I believe. Bread sauce like stuff you put on a biscuit. Okay, so yeah, it's a very creamy white sauce with sausage in it. Usually, really good stuff. I remember my first time trying that. Wow, I thought it was weird at first, and then when I ate it, it's like, you know what, I want this. I need to learn how to cook that. All right. So delicious. I wanna put. Oh man, I forgot to grab the white sauce whenever I went to Texas Roadhouse, and put white sauce on the gravy. Woo. All right. So I think I need to repeat those. Yeah, hey man, me too, man. I end up going to a Sam's Club and pick me up some brisket, and I'm hoping I can smoke it properly. I have a pellet grill. I hope it's still working. I need to find that out on Thursday. I don't think I'll have enough time today to do it. So Thursday, I'll find out whether I can smoke it or not. Otherwise, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I bought some shrimp. I have some sausages. I didn't mean to keep talking about it, but all the things I could be thinking about cooking on 4th of July. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Looking pretty good. It's starting to look pretty good. Maybe the back of my hand. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Looking real good. It's this way. Especially with that eye. I need to. There's gonna be a lot of fine gold painting on this guy. Fine tip gold painting. Try some mix with my mashed potatoes. I think for my mashed potatoes, I don't mind any of that, but I think just gravy and mashed potatoes is just good enough. When you add that, the normal gravy, but then also when you add that white gravy, oh my god, that's the end of the world right there. I haven't smoked something in ages. Dehydrated, but needs some venison meat for it. Ooh, I make jerky too. Yep. I don't know, if the White House catches fire, only Britain's ever done that. That's it, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna be staying at the house, and I'm gonna try to smoke me some brisket. I'm not gonna go to the fireworks. Too many people. It's traffic. It's just stay at home. Celebrate at home. Let's see, that's good. And this guy. Ooh. I wonder if I can make that work. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. This guy over here. Which other people set off fireworks and lose fingers. I mean, it happens. People drink and then they just play with fireworks. It happens. I wouldn't doubt it happens every single year. People are just prioritize drinking. Safety comes second. Safety second, right? That's the saying. Oh, Panzer, I haven't asked you. What would you suggest of how you make snow work on bases and the armor and stuff? So I was kind of curious. I haven't looked it up yet. Because I like my Beastmen, I've been wanting to do snow on them because they're mostly naked. Of course, they have the cloth where needed, but their body is usually like hairy and obviously naked. I don't know how to say naked, but they're naked. But yeah, like I remember explaining it to some people, and they're saying, snow melts. Yeah, I was assuming like very, very heavy snow, where it literally will build up on like clothing, on hair, but perhaps not the skin. So I guess if you have, I don't know if you have an experience with dealing with snow, especially on models and stuff, like either paint on or I don't know what. Like how it would interact with the armor and stuff. Because I'm assuming it would accumulate, but then again, of course, in hot spots it would melt there. I just don't know what looks good or not. Let's put this guy back. I think all that blue's done. Yes. Now I need to get the other blue. These guys. I don't know if this is what I'm going to do, power swords or not. So, snow. There's a couple of products. Wouldn't I see them? Yes, but in terms of armor, how would you apply it to like armor and stuff? I guess if you have any knowledge in that, I personally have not. And I've heard people say that it doesn't stick really. But, you know, I'd assume you could try. Oh no, not necessarily stick like physically stick. I mean, when you look at real life snow, it doesn't stick to skin because it'll melt. Your skin's really hot. So, but on terms of like clothing and stuff, it tends to stick. But I guess at what extremes does it stick? Perhaps. I don't know. Like, you know, the armor figures. It's more along the lines like how do I say? Oh shoot! I painted my cup. Realistic snow looking on these armor. You know, is it realistic for snow to stick to it? You know, or is it just snow doesn't stick to armor? You know, or is it just all melted or something? You know, like armor as in infantry too. It's all metal, so yeah, it depends on the temperature, really. And I guess what's a good way to apply it too, you know, would just be dabbing some white spots on it be a good one, or do you think the what is it? This the soda and white and glue mixture would be a good one. I don't know about that one though. I know I've seen it a little bit, but I don't know if I want to put that on models. That definitely will harden up a lot. Okay. So more clothing, I'd say, more snow, less on pieces where it would be warm, like joints. Joints is warm, really? I guess it's just it tends to bend there a lot, I suppose. So knocked off and stuff. So, but yeah, okay. So would it be painting on there? Like just grab some white paint and start dabbing on there, or is there like something out there? I guess that would look good. I thought about just painting it on there, but I'm not too sure. Because if I paint it on there, well, that's it. You know, if it's messed up, what's messed up? So I do have some spare models that I want to try it on. So kind of like this model. Once I just paint him up, you know, just trying his different techniques, and I can paint him up, and then try out the painting. That's what I was trying out, the gold and the black. It looked really good. Snow would stick to horizontal surface, yeah, or be driven into natural corners. 2% frozen cloth. Dry brush, okay. What I'll probably do is I'll paint one of these, I'll just mass paint it like ultramarine's blue, or the blue that I have, and then attempt that. Oops. Let me go back to So maybe I should shake it a little bit. Have any of y'all attempted like snow effects or maybe like rain or watery effects? Tended to paint on the screen, don't I? Well, I was actually thinking about that. Like, literally, like it's you can't see 2 feet in front of you, or a meter in front of you, whatever your measurement is. Like it's that kind of thick of a winter. But then again, ooh. I think it's going into paint on him. Work on rain with hot glue. But the idea is that the dots. Ooh, how do you make the small droplets? I know I have hot glue too, but it's usually just gigantic drops. Do you have like a way of forming small glue drops or small glue drops? Oh yeah, small glue drops. So I'm painting this black because the white underneath it, the gold doesn't really do very well with it. I can't remember who suggested black. I know it's probably one of you guys. And it looks really, really good. Okay. There we go. We're gonna I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually like it. I like my painting, so I don't know if that sounds weird to say. It's like, oh, I absolutely love my painting. Take your sponge, dip it in. Alright, these guys are done. Let's see what I have to paint here. Touching that. Interesting. Take your sponge, dip it in glue, and rub it on paper towel and 95% of the material. You definitely got to see that because I mean, I'm guessing you're ruining the sponge at that point too. Perhaps. Okay. Run would just be a case of deciding which direction the right is. Yeah, it's gonna be complicated for me for sure. I figured snow would be a lot easier. I don't have to worry about painting or making snowflakes. It's just on the armor or on the floor, and that's it. Nowhere else is there gonna be snowflake. Okay. Let's do these guys too. Just base coated these just a few minutes ago. They're a little sticky. Sticky icky. I don't know if I should paint these. I don't think I should paint those just yet. I think after I paint them blue, Ultramarines blue, then I can go over after that. Just because it's going to be mostly Ultramarines blue anyway, so that'd be a much easier technique. I would just... Yeah. What I want to do is I have, like I know you weren't here yesterday. I have some air drying clay, and I want to put them on the base to represent snow, and maybe do some diluted gray to kind of add some shadows and stuff to it, so let the air dry clay just naturally dry. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I didn't clean this model out very well. Oh. Sure, my printing is done too, by the way. I just got my printer set up essentially a few minutes ago, and I'm already printing bases. And I hope this is the... That's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay. I will fix that later. I didn't figure out how to paint my Infinity army. I need to find out the color. So print yourself a printer, then with that print, a printer, 3D printer. Kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on this. I have I play Infinity. Ooh, I don't think it's gonna ever show up. And the faction I play is O12, and they're like space cops. I'm curious as to what do you think a good color for them is gonna be. I'm just kind of curious of the thoughts out there. Person like representing fade wash camouflage in vehicles. I've been experimenting with a variety of products. Yeah. Can't help spray paint white. Faded whitewash camouflage. I have no idea what that is, man. Faded whitewash camouflage, especially. Oop, let's get the blue duns on these guys. No, I need to get the gold done on this guy. Gold with that too. So add some water to this so that it stays fresh. Yeah, there's space cops, and I was thinking like Judge Dredd, but I was like, I think I need that. I was thinking like black and red, but I'm not too sure. Black and red might be not be too bad. Pink with yellow trim. I suggest yellow polka dots. Call them the bluebies. Bluebies. Actually, you're stealing my idea for Space Marine. I was going to originally paint them pink. Yellow, though, I'm not too sure. And polka dots. Okay, you're really testing my paint skills here. I guess you could just put little circles and just dot them up. Oh, hello, James. Sorry about that. Gold. Either touch them up and gold them too. Google Mr. Lobby. Okay. Not gonna be some naked guy, is it? Oh, whoa, what is... Oh. I'm familiar with him only because of one of the best shows so far, I will say, Taskmaster. I have no idea who that character is until Taskmaster. Alright, let's get some of this gold. Alright. These guys. I'm just doubling up on the gold paint here. And once I get it gold, I will touch up and fix the overlaps of gold in certain areas. I want to make sure that gold shines through. I'm going to lay it a little thick because this is very watery. Let's see. These are very popular among what made him so popular? He's a very strange character, I will say. Okay. Probably should have just painted that black, because man, that black really does go really well with gold. Let's see. What about going full snow? Let's have more cloth armor and less metal. Be covered in more snow and be more white anyway. Or are they separate army? Well, I mean, so these, let's see. So these guys are on here, and these two and these right here are all 3D printed, and I'm using them for another game called Infinity. It seems to really have cropped up quite popular where I'm playing. I think GW did something wrong with 10th edition. That's why a lot of them switched over to it. But 10th edition is starting to pick up ever since this new patch. And I mean, I could paint them roughly the same. I mean, my one of the people I play with kind of made fun. It's like, yeah, you can just go to play Space Marines with them because they're essentially that. I was like, it's like, nah. But yeah, I'm trying to think of a freaking color to go with them. Maybe black and red. I don't know. Infinity kind of has like a mix of models and stuff. Like it's not like 40K where Space Marines are Space Marines only. So you have certain models that are actually in multiple different factions. So it's kind of, I guess you can kind of paint them in any way you want, really. But I guess I'd rather have uniformity if I can, because they are going to be one faction, and I can always just print more if I need to for other factions. Should I play them? Okay, chess piece now, and what's on his nuts? Hey, thank you, Bean Lord. I think everyone's amazed by the highlight that I didn't do. I feel like I'm lying to people. Oops. Let's see. I can't really see. There's not a lot of... there are some highlights going on there. Let's see. Maybe the back shows a little... yeah, the back's probably showing a lot more. So all those edge highlighting, not edge highlighted at all. It's just a painting technique that I think that I've done, but I don't think it's originated by me per se. Put him down. Oop. Did I paint his balls? No, I didn't. Paint these gold too. I would love to be able to say that one day, and when I need more, just print them. Then again, more to learn. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, it all depends. Like, of course, it costs a lot of money to get the printer itself, to buy the resin, and then all the equipment you need to kind of protect yourself. But with GW's GW's price going up, is getting a little nuts. And of course, depending on where you play, they might not allow you to play with, kind of 3D printed models, per se. Especially if you go to an official GW event. So that's the reason why I have, or I want to have, 2 official army. So I have Space Marine as official army, and then I have Tau as my other official army. And then after that, the other armies, I'm just going to 3D print. That is not sticking. I think I put a little bit too much, thinking I was going to get to the black in a little bit, but yeah, that is not sticking. It'll be fine for now. Gotta move on to the next model. I will say this, Bean. Here's the most impressive model that I have that I painted. This guy, I believe. So it looks like a whole bunch of edge highlighting. He's not even done yet. There's more gold to paint on him. and green, obviously. But yeah, he looks pretty freaking awesome looking, in my opinion. The model itself, and then the miraculous edge highlighting. Yeah, the cape doesn't look good. I need to paint over that anyway, or give it another coat, I suppose. The technique that I use for the armor and stuff doesn't quite work so well with the coat, so I need to figure that out. I think I have to manually do that, do the actual edge highlighting and stuff. Let's grab this guy. Did I do this guy yet? I don't know. So I may have to paint the coats to make sure that they are a singular color, and then how far are you thinking taking the army with? Oh, I already have like almost 3,000 points with them. I know I have 2,000. I haven't really played them. If you look at my channel, I have played them in 10th edition in the video list area. I want to go back and start making some of those too, on top of painting, of course. I played a little bit of 10th edition, had some decent luck with them. Pricing, I think. I mean, they say no, but I wouldn't doubt that it hurt them in some way. But yeah, I actually have a towel. I have my commander here painted in a particular way. I'll show him in just a second. Let me get this painted here. Okay. Alright, here's my coming up my towel commander as soon as I clean my brush real quick. I don't want the paint to dry on it because I'm not a professional. I hope it's not going through to the bottom there. So I kind of did the same painting technique with the commander. It's just that because it's purple and so dark, and plus I need to fix my camera. The camera does some weird things with like the color. Let's see, there we go. So that's my paint scheme. It's going to be yellow, purple, and gold. And actually, I don't have. Well, I do have some. Hold on, I do have some infantry. So this is essentially it's my commander right here. One of them. It's hard to see the what do you call it, the paint technique, I guess, on this because it's all shades of purple. Some light, some dark. It looks like it's kind of shimmering, I guess is what I like to call it. Or a 5-year-old painted it, that kind of deal. So, yeah. It came out really good with, I have the Ghost Kill, I have 3 of those. One of them is painted in that technique with my commander. I have a Riptide that's painted in that technique with the commander. So I have 2 Riptides, one's painted, one's in base white right now. I need to paint him up. But I want to finish Ultramarines first. And then I'll start painting up my Tau, even though I had Tau when I came up here. it's confusing. Let's see. Judging from what others, yeah. But it could just be that Ghibli are responding to how the rise of production costs and plastic models have... Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's that, actually. You know, I think things have gotten up in price. And it's kind of... You know, fair enough for GW to increase the price. I mean, you know, like marketing pencils and stuff. You know, people just kind of like that stuff. You don't have to buy it, and you know, however way you can make your money, man. You know, do it. Oh. Here's a technique that, it's not really a technique per se, but here's an interesting thing that I wanted to try. So this model was painted in that color right there. And then I applied this thing, and then after this thing was applied 2 times, so 2 layers, I painted a dark color of that. Not the Ultramarines blue, but I think it's Persian blue. And so here's the model. Just pay attention to the body itself. Again, I wasn't trying to be specific. I was just wanting to see what the effects look like. So I painted the entire body that red. Then I painted 2 parts of this crackling clear thing. And then then it kind of came out like that. So again, I painted them all just one color, just to see what the actual cracking looks like, which is pretty neat. Although it's kind of hard to see. You see the red that you see on the model is actually like pinkish, but it looks dark red here. So there's something going on in the with the webcam. Good morning. It actually it is morning for me. It is 5:30 in the morning here, so it's morning for me. It's not bedtime yet, but it is getting close to it. So yeah, so it's a very interesting. Here, let me show you what I used. It's gonna be backwards, but it's this thing, Crackle Medium. I wanted to apply this on a knight. I 3D printed some knights. I haven't had a chance to get to them yet because I want to get my. I need to stop painting multiple armies and focus on one and finish the one. But yeah, it looks neat. Some areas look like it got better than other areas. It's like the back here. You can see there's a lot more of the crackling here versus this other side. So I'm not sure. Maybe I need to do 3 layers or something on it. But it looks pretty cool. It's like the armor's breaking and the energy inside just coming out. You know, your Ultramarine champion? I wish that heart wasn't there. I play Chaos Space Marine, so I don't know about the rankings. What do you mean by rankings? Like, where does Space Marine rank in terms of, like, playability? Their winning rate? Just gotta get some more painted while I read. If you're talking about like win rates, I think Space Marine is pretty low, and the chapter that I did play, which is the Anvil Siege Force, is like a 33% win rate. But I absolutely love playing them. I'm still trying to figure out how can I win with with that kind of win rate. But we have some people who are going to the Florida event. I believe it's in Florida in a way, or I don't know where. That's coming up apparently, and I want to play them with my army because, like Lieutenant Captain, the one that you showed earlier, you were talking about the. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I play CM, so I don't know about the. Oh, about the color of the cape. I think red tends to be like veteran. Up to ICM, and the win ratio has gone back up to 50%. Yeah, whenever I played Tau, whenever they were the 3rd worst army, and then once they got to 50% win rate, I switched to Space Marine, which has a 33% win rate. I said the 50% win rate's too good, so I decided to switch to a worse army. I like challenges. But, I mean, that's the thing. I really enjoy playing both Tau and Space Marine, so maybe I just enjoy the game in general, so I don't really care about the win rate, because I enjoy just playing and trying to figure out the army. Trying to see how I can play them better and how to win with them. That's what I enjoy. And, what else? What else? So win rate doesn't really. I mean, like I probably would not play Eldar if they were at that ridiculous win rate. I would probably hate them. And I think there were some people who played Eldar and didn't really want to play them. Gunmetal there. Gunmetal there. Next, I need gunmetal. But in my opinion, win ratio is just due to how you play and how you use your army and terrain. Well, I mean, there is definitely more than just that to win rate, because dice, of course, can really, fluctuate. Like, if everyone that plays Space Marine has crappy dice and just rolls nothing but ones, then that's going to really throw it off. But obviously, the more games that are out there, it kind of removes, what do you say, luck in a sense, because there's a lot more statistics. And it goes to show how strong the army is, like in terms of how viable models are. So, um, so sometimes like really good stuff that certain armies have gets price increased because they're so good, and then when that happens, it ends up changing a lot of the army. Or then just recently got to, but that's it. Yes, of course, of course. But generally speaking, the win rates is a decent indication of how balanced the army is relative to everyone else, to a certain degree, of course. Because sometimes you can have armies that just decimate everything, but like they will absolutely 100% lose against like Tau or Kroot. Might be streaming a little bit longer tonight just because I want to get these guys done. Let's see. Okay, I think that's everything. Let that dry, and then moving on. Let's be a meta in anything, no matter what. There's always. Oh yeah, of course, of course. It's kind of crazy that Eldar was top dog for a very, very long time. It's and then it's kind of. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff too much, but like from what I kind of had a general feeling, Eldar was like top dog for a very long time. Then once Space Marine started winning the like a specific, I think it was these guys. One apparently they said one guy was really doing really well with them, and they got a nerf immediately after that. But Eldar never got a nerf, even though they're like 70% win rate. Like, how does that happen? One model was doing fairly well in Space Marine with like a 50% win rate. They nerfed it. Eldar was having a 70% win rate, no nerfs. GW sometimes. It's just so much fun with the change to potentially get a Demon Prince from one of the rules. Can't remember exactly. Were you talking about like one of your cultists could transform into a Demon Prince? I think that was that might have been in 5th edition too. It's almost like Angron. Kill him and he has a chance of coming back. Looking good. Now the paint's balls. Champion cast keyword. Here's what I thought about it in 5th edition. I made this guy specifically for that. Oh god, there we go. Look what he's holding in his hand. Chaos Demon Head. And it says you're next. This way. Pointing his hand, holding a Chaos Demon Head with his other power claw. It's actually a power fist, but it looks like a claw. This is an old model back in 4th, 5th edition when I painted this. Clearly my paint skills hasn't improved much since then, but Okay, there's still a few more things I have to paint in this guy, but at least the gold is looking good. Oh, I thought they were... Dude, man, Space Marines were so tiny back then compared to they are now. Oh, oh man. You should look at the Dreadnought. I have one. He's in the bathroom right now though, because he was getting the paint removed from him, but the paint's so old that it's so hard to remove it. uh, think them now. Oh, I need to. Let's go with the fine brush. The old school Dreadnought. I always ran it with a missile launcher and twin lance cannons, just because that was just the best, man. Shooting. Carnage, I think it was all things. I love balance, so Cheeto was scrub instead of trying to rework it into later edition. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Man, I'm getting cross-eyed here, trying to look at this. Ooh. There we go. Jeez. All right. Actually, I want to show you what a finished model looks like. I mean, that model looks really cool, but it will pop a little bit more once I add varnish to him. And I'll show you a model that's kind of, well, it is fully done, but I'll show you the poppingness of it. As soon as I'm done trying to paint this guy's gold stuff. There we go. Just don't know what else to paint gold on him. Don't want to go too crazy. You can't really get that. Okay. So, a fully done model with the varnish and everything. It's kind of, again, just due to the webcam, can't. You can kind of see it on him. The edge, quote unquote, edge highlighting. Well, you can really see it on the back. Kind of. But yeah, this is with the varnish, so it looks really nice. Very kind of, it kind of darkens the blue a little bit. So that's one thing I was sad about when I varnished my other Marines. They're actually a lot darker than this, darker blue. But yeah. There's another one that's, I guess, done. So again, very simple, and you can see in his, I guess, his abs right there. You can kind of see that highlighting going on because of the painting technique. Yeah, again, these are just infantry. I don't really go full detail on these guys. Not like my detailing skills great or anything. They're just good enough, I suppose. And I really like the way, again, the paint technique plus with the varnish, it just makes it really pop. So I can't wait to put varnish in this guys and see how all that edge highlighting you can kind of see right there kind of pop out. Again, no edge highlighting done. It's just the painting technique that I normally do that does that, which I'm grateful, ultimately grateful for. It makes painting a lot easier. And what I should do though is when I paint this gold, I should paint the thing underneath it black because it looks so good. Ooh, I guess I should paint that gold too. Maybe I should paint it black first. It's like, oh man, I would love to do all that gold lighting. Oops, I guess you can't really see that. All that gold highlighted, all those what looks like white lines there. Dude, that'd be kind of crazy. But I mean, you know, you do that kind of stuff for like, you know, character models and stuff. I wonder if I can do the shoulders like that. I wonder if I should do it to the shoulder area right there. Let's go ahead and just paint it and see what happens. Wow, that's a small ultramarine symbol right there. I didn't even see that. Oh jeez. Good lord. You need like a what you call it, a hair, only a hair to paint that little tiny ultramarine symbol right there. But let's try. Okay. Whew, jeez. Just get the idea of it golden, and it should pop on its own. Oh my god. I feel like the paint's not going on there. Jeez. I sure do believe that some of the judo decisions were made wisely, like the addition to... Well, I mean, there's a lot of things, like Tau can run multiple weapons on one unit. The cyclic ion blaster, or cyclic ion blasters, I think is what they're called. That was... Yes. I don't know if that was necessarily a wise addition or thing they did per se on that one. Ooh, do I want to paint that? I don't know. Because if I do, that means there's more things to paint. Oh, the ultra on his head. But I mean, it makes it easier to, you know, build your army for sure, because you don't have to worry about cost of gear. But, you know, certain armies, you know, really didn't really change much with that addition. But then with other armies, it was it just made some units like terrible to great or good to like really really good. Answer. So it all depends on the army, really, whether they benefit a lot on that or not. It made things simpler for sure, but some armies just really, really got strong because of free war gear. I forgot I had to paint that black too, so I could paint that area. I think I'll wait to paint that black first. What did I do? Nope. Let's see. Paint that backpack area. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, okay, I know what I need to paint next. So I'm hoping to get a 40k game in today, but it's going to be with my Ultramarines. Or Infinity, which is highly likely the case. Just because a lot more people play Infinity than 40k. At least during the times when I go up there. Alright, looking good. Getting closer and closer to being done. I need to paint that black. What else I need to paint? I need to finish up with them with the blue. Paint that. Okay. I think I'm done with the fine toothbrush. Or fine paintbrush. They're really liquidy, but I saved it. Alright, let's get these guys painted, ensure that every part is painted well. Yep, a little bit too much. Actually, let's mix it with the legitimate stuff. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I can get this mixture of this ratio correct so I can go ahead and paint the other guys as well. This ultramarine blue. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. Whoa, that's a really, really blue. It's really blue. Okay, I think he is... Oh yeah, I need the shoulder pads, that's right. I need to correct my overpaint. Like so. There we go. And the other side looks alright. Okay, he is... I believe he is officially done. A little bit right there. Once this paint dry, it probably won't be tonight or this morning, because I'd like to have them at least a day to kind of dry on their own. Plus I think there's still a few more things I need to paint with them. But we're getting rid of all the blue requirement paint. Yeah, it's all about that blue. Yeah, just paint that blue. Blue, 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 blue. Right over here. There we go. There we go. I think this is the right mixture of blue, so hopefully I can again paint my Blade Guard Veteran, my 3D printed Blade Guard Veteran. There we go. Okay, he is good. Oh, huh, I missed that area right there. I need to get that red. The red other side of this is missing. And then bolt gun over there. Okay. Why do you have a blue velvet? Why do I have a blue velvet in my... that sounds familiar. But luckily enough, I don't know that. At least it's not popping up in my head. So here's the painting technique, kind of. This might be a little bit too watery though. But just kind of blotch it on there. Boom, like so. Make sure it sticks a little bit. And then, when it dries, it will repel from the corners. And then, kind of get the effect. But of course, getting the right mixture is important. What is the right mixture? I don't know. I need to figure that out. I just go based on how it feels. The feeling of the paint, how it kind of sticks, and how liquidy it looks. This is too liquidy, but the idea is still there. Okay, let's look at the shoulder pads. I think that's okay. Oh, nope, there's correction I didn't make there. Alright, he is done. Now, I don't know if I need any blue correction on these guys. I think everything is good. Could just paint that blue there, so I don't have to paint that red, because it's easier to paint the blue in this area than the red due to the being blue there. So it's like a little shortcut trick. Okay, I think he is mostly done. Almost. Alright. Paint that a little bit. There we go. Touch-ups, touch-ups. Man, I can't wait to varnish this, guys. I think it will look really, really good. So I need to paint that brown. I need to figure out a brown that works with that. Paint that a little bit blue right there. Okay. Alright, looking good. Okay. Alright, now to use up that blue while I have it, so I don't waste too much of the blue, even though I have this much of it. And I have a few of these. This is the acrylic gouache, both the same color, Ultramarines blue red shade, but one's their basic edition, which it's a lot cheaper, and it actually is pretty good. I probably should have stuck with their basic, because it's actually, again, it's cheaper and has really good coverage. But it is not officially modeling paint, so I think that's still a little bit too liquidy. So I'm going to add a little bit more paint to it. Okay. Alright. Just mix it up. Hopefully get the right consistency so that it sticks and doesn't just run too much. That'd be terrible. I'm not like regular painters, I guess, that use like a wet palette, even though I have 3 of them. It's just the mixing of the flow aid with the paint is a lot easier on this. And I'm not a professional either, so maybe that's the reason why. Alright, let's see what this looks like when I just smear the crap out of this guy with paint. Hopefully this is the right consistency. It's looking like it. So I just, well, you know, if it wasn't reflecting all the light back at the camera, you know, you could probably see. But it seems about right. Just blotch it on there and let the paint and the flow aid do their job. And that's the way I like the paint. Less work, less struggling, not too much fine details. Just blotch it on it. Can you turn down the ISO on the camera? It might help. It's, well, maybe. But it could be like, it's just direct light on it. Well, goddamn. Let's see. Let's try that. Video capture device. Configure. Alright, is it the white balance? No, it's not the white balance. Exposure, maybe? Let's try to darken it up a little bit more, maybe. Oh no, it's the stupid other settings maybe. Because I'm changing the exposure levels and it's not... There we go. Maybe that's it. I guess it's only the white parts that are too very bright. Yeah. It's I have a light like right next to the camera. It's like just an inch this way. But that looks alright. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely not gonna... Yeah, he's not that's a bad print there. So he's just a proxy model. He's not going to get painted. This guy is, though, I think. So, yeah, look, even though I did that exposure, let me try reducing again more. There we go. There we go. So this is the technique I use again. Ooh, it looks terrible going on there, but once it dries, you can. Ooh, looks like it's kind of thick. Maybe it's drying up a little bit, but the results I like, and it's called. I think it's originally called Slap Chop. I'm not sure if the technique I use is the same as theirs, because again, I think Slap Chop uses contrast paint, which is essentially, I'm sure, what I did. I used regular paint and I diluted it down with Flow Aid and distilled water. And oh yeah, that looks good. Let me keep that setting then. Hold on, let me. Okay then. Oop. Okay, there we go. While it's still very bright in my screen, you guys can see too. Man, I should have cleaned this model up a little bit more. I thought I got everything. There we go. Alright. And as proof of that, I can show you my other models. Well, you can kind of see them down there, yeah? They kind of stand... Oh, I wonder what they look like with this new, this new lighting condition now, actually. So I paint everything the blue color anyway, just in case I miss a spot, and like in terms of a different color, like gunmetal or something, at least it's painted blue. This seems a bit thick. Might need to be diluted a little bit more. This is not quite flowy as it used to be. So let's see how this guy looks now with the new lighting effect. Ooh. Wow. Huh? That actually makes it stand out. Really nice. Let's see the backpack there. Oh yeah. Huh. I guess we got a new setting now for the webcam. Great suggestion there. Mr. Jolamo. So here's the finished model. Oh, you can actually see it's darker, because with the varnish on it just makes it dark. And you can actually... I've got to show up my towel then. See how that looks. You can kind of see the splotchiness a little bit with this new setting. Let me see. Put that there. Let's see about this guy now, actually. This... Oh, it's just darker. The reds are still, or it looks pink here, but it looks red on the camera. That's what the towel looks like now. It's just darker too, but you can see the kind of edge highlighting a little bit there. You can actually see it pretty good now. You can see like the lighter color right there versus the darker color just right next to it. Kind of the same paint technique I have with the ultramarine, but I think I went a little bit heavier on the purple. So yeah, it looks pretty good. And that's just a magnet right there. Just because I don't feel like drilling it, I'm gonna make up a lore that they attach magnets to their arms instead of drilling a hole in it. So yeah, wow, it looks pretty good. Oh, and then let's look at Gilliman's little thing here. It actually looks really nice. So tiny, it's a little hard to see, I guess. Yeah, I need to attach it to Gilliman, but I don't have him with me. He's at the shop. Did he glue that on his back? And then the old model. Hold on, let me twist that guy's head. There we go. Yeah. It says you're next. Here's the demon's head. Yeah, really old school model. This was folk art paint. $1 for 2 ounces of paint back in the day. Really, then you can see his, kind of his face there, because the helmet got ripped, quote unquote. I think I need to add a little more, thin it a little bit more. It's a little thick. Alright, let me hit the OK button on the music there. Alright. I gotta grab my other Tau models, especially the painted ones and varnished already. See how those look. It's been a minute since I looked at my Tau. Right. Okay. Yeah, it is a bit thicker on him, so he won't come out the way I'd hope. But again, these are 3D printed models, so I will definitely reprint them anyway. So it's supposed to be kind of liquidy. That way it can kind of, how do you say, restrict from the edges. Oops, a little bit too much there. Now time to get between his legs, which is going to be the tough part. Probably shouldn't have based these models yet. Hard to get between their legs, so lesson for next time I print these guys, to not base them right away. So that's a lot of paint. I want official Blade Guard veterans, but man, I think they're like $20 a model now, and that's a bit crazy. And I ain't got that kind of money. Go. Nice. Alright. Once that dries, it's going to look pretty good. Make sure I got all the spots. I did. Alright. This guy next. Trying to get rid of all this blue so it don't go to waste. So, I still haven't got really a consensus on suggestions really on my other army. The what do you call it? The O12 from Infinity. I'm not exactly sure what to paint them, and the models are going to be. Actually, you can see it now because it's darker, so it's going to be kind of like this guy right here. So it's quite good details on him, so hopefully my technique will work on this guy. But I'm just not sure what color to go with. They're supposedly space cops, so if that helps any. And I did spray paint these guys, and I see some missing areas where spray paint didn't quite get to. A lot of the surface area of this model is kind of hidden behind, well, the backpack, really. You can already kind of, I didn't finish painting the shield. You can kind of see the effects going on the shield itself at the moment. I guess I should look on eBay and stuff for like, actually no, I have a player that wants to sell his Blade Guard veteran, but I don't know if he'll sell them separately, because I wanted to buy a bit of his army, but I can't really afford all of it. All the Space Marine stuff. I mean, he's selling it at a really good deal too. And again, I highly suggest anyone who plays 40k to go 2 official armies. And what I mean is, like for me, it's Space Marines and Tau. I think I went soft on that. Alright, looking good. Okay, he's good. And one more model right here. 2, 4, 6. Need to make sure I don't forget these guys this time. Because last time I forgot 2 of them, which were the models that I was painting. And also, I'll say this about my painting technique, though, is that you can't really paint it twice. Like if you, to get the highlights, though. So if you paint over it again, you'll kind of cover up that highlight. Something I learned, too, whenever I noticed areas were kind of lacking in paint. If I paint over it, it kind of really darkens up the highlight. And I'm running out of paint. Hopefully I can finish this model. I don't know. Actually, I will be able to. I do have already a pre-mixed concoction ready. I can just finish this model. Alright, let me add a little bit more paint. Hopefully that's enough. I keep forgetting about my Dreadnought. I guess infantry first. Infantry first before Dreadnought. Because I still have to paint him up too. Because I do sometimes use 2 Dreadnoughts. And I gotta remember to bring him for tomorrow, or for today actually. Just in case I play, and just in case I play with a list with 2 Dreadnoughts. I'll say this painting technique is a little bit hard on like things with a lot of flat surfaces. Not kind of like this model doesn't have a lot of flat surfaces, so the edge highlighting look really shows very easily. But when you paint like armor, which I'll show in a second, the dreadnought that I have, it I changed what it's supposed to look like. And what I mean by that, I just say it's not edge highlighting anymore, it's shimmering. So, alright, make sure all the spots are blue. Blue dabba dee dabba die. Okay, he is done. I don't think I have any other blues to paint. So, that's bad. Alright, let's look at the dreadnought here in a second, once I clean my brush. Alright. So, it still looks pretty good, especially with this new lighting now. So you can kind of see like that plate right there looks like darker blue, lighter blue. I think I like it. It's kind of like, you could say it's like what do you say, like water's kind of eroded the paint a little bit, and then you kind of get the edge highlighting too. I mean, again there. So I'm not too sure. I don't mind that. It looks like an ocean, but it's fine. Can't be too picky. But that's what I'm talking about. The struggle. That's just a flat panel right there, and it's kind of the technique kind of works, but it more looks like a I guess you could say like a shimmer, or it looks like a beach. But then the back. You can see, again, the quote-unquote edge highlighting. Then again, another flat panel right there. Ugh, actually, there's some areas I can paint in blue here. See that that didn't quite get there, and a little bit there. So if you paint over areas, like repaint them, you will lose some of that edge highlighting because you're painting over that area. Let's see. Well, let's see what I can use to paint here. That's a bit much, so let's just go ahead and paint that over. If you look right there too, you can kind of see like a very odd paint. Like it's blotched big there, but again, if you I guess what you call pixel peep it, then yeah, you could find a lot of mistakes maybe. But overall, it looks pretty good. Especially if you have an army of them painted similarly, it will all match and look pretty good. I don't know if I should paint that inside blue or gunmetal maybe. Excuse me. A lot of models. Let's look at this guy. Yep. Alright, you get out of focus. So the painting technique was done on him too. You can kind of see the kind of highlights on this little shirt there. Not really much done with the back. I think I had to manually do that. It does show a little bit, but again, might be the red, I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit of a thick red, so I need to, again, manually do the edge highlighting on probably red stuff. But yeah. Not bad. Again, very simple paint. except for the gold, which you can kind of see like in specific areas. Yeah. Okay. But now just to paint this little so again, a model that I think is in Infinity. Very intricate little models that I want to paint. I just don't know what color I'm going to go with. Alright, actually I'm going to pause right here because it is past my bedtime now. And I need to get up early so I can pack my stuff so I can go play some Infinity or 40K games, which everyone so happens to be playing at the time. And I try to stream every day at 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I want to stream for about an hour, so it could end between 5 and 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will say that I am mostly done with these guys. Are pretty much done. I varnished them already, so it's already looking good for them. So I don't have to do anything else with them. Well, actually I do at the base. That's the thing that I got to do with them. But in terms of painting, they are done. Everyone at the base. But right now I just got to focus on painting. Then once the army's painted, then I can focus on the basing. And then after the basing, more painting. Alright, y'all also have a good day. It was very active today for sure. I hope people enjoyed the stream and hopefully learned something from my many painting mistakes. If you try the slap trap method with red, try base coating it yellow first. It shouldn't make it highlight. Interesting. I use yellow for. Oh no, I use pink for yellow. That's what's suggested, because yellow tends to be not so opaque, I believe. So they suggest pink, and then after the pink, paint yellow. And I kind of struggled with that with these guys. So that's, I have generally a pink underlay to that, and then yellow over it, so yellow sticks out. But yes, I will try that. Yellow and then red. As a matter of fact, so here's the one with the just a light blue, and then the darker blue thinned. It looked okay. So the highlighting kind of worked in that. No, I'm sorry, I think this is just the dark blue. Then, oh yeah, here's just the dark blue by itself. But I do have this clear white model that I could try to paint the coat on, your technique on this guy. But that'll be for tomorrow. So anyways, I'm going to pause right here, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, the sound down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next